Hello everyone, I am Renowned Zero, and today we were talking about Neil Gaiman calling the critics of his castings for his Netflix show The Sandman istanphobes and also anti-jab. Let's just jump right into it right away. From Bounding in the Comics, Neil Gaiman calls critics of casting for Netflix's The Sandman series a bunch of istanphobes and anti-jab. Writer and creator of Sandman, Neil Gaiman, has been ardent in defending the casting choice for the Netflix series, adapting his work that has met with harsh criticism for breaking with the source material, of course, because, again, I don't understand why you would call your fans a bunch of stuff when they're just trying to see an adaptation of what they read. Quite vocal on Twitter, he also doubled down on a previous comment that the comic was always woke in a recent interview. I highly doubt it. Chatting with Inverse Gaiman says real fans understand why women, including one of color, were cast as Lucifer and Death. Death's casting wasn't controversial with Sandman fans. I'm pretty sure it was. He said, because Sandman fans know that the Endless are supposed to look like what the people are looking at them think they look like. To the extent this is true. Yeah, this is a weird flex. In episode 4, Dream assumes the form of an African man when he stumbles across a former lover named Nada suffering in hell. Gaiman expanded on this in 2021 to explain and maybe justify why Kirby Howell Baptiste plays Death. The ability to give us the great personality was important. He tweeted the skin color of the actresses auditioning for the role was not. Of course, because you don't even care about your own canon because Netflix handed you a blank check essentially and you decided you would bend the knee for them. As for Lucifer, the reasoning had to do with the androgyny of angels, which are often depicted as sexist beings. The Lord of Hell being no different, Gwendolyn Christie was cast, and according to Gaiman, real readers would, quote, know that Lucifer looked kind of like an androgynous David Bowie and doesn't have any genitalia because they're an angel. Fans on the other side of the argument have disputed this logic. One presented images of Bowie juxtaposed with Lucifer in the comics, tweeting, quote, it's very obvious that what Lucifer was supposed to do, you can, it changed without acting like it wasn't changed, which he's been doing this the whole time, so. Gaiman quickly responded to point out the obvious that Bowie is deceased. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Gaiman also just complains that some fans wanted Tom Ellis to reprise his role as Lucifer. Other grumpy people tended to be Tom Ellis fans who were like, I love Tom Ellis. Lucifer is based on him. Why didn't you cast him? Honestly, he's not. Quote, he's a lovable role. Gaiman elaborate. He wouldn't work in Sandman because we have to get someone that make people scared. It's a weird flex. Far from the only gender swapped character, because, again, bent the knee to Netflix and do what they want because you're dumb and you want to destroy your own canon and your own source material, but whatever, do you, bro. He conversely explained in his Inverse interview the casting of Jenna Coleman as an alternate for Constantine was an economical decision, not a woke one. Yes, it was. It was 100% a woke one, and you know it. You just don't want to admit it because you're an idiot. Running down the history of the established character Joanna Constantine lightly, he said Sandman fans know that she was a character introduced in Sandman number 13, 1989, and that she goes off and has several more adventures in the Sandman storyline, so it was much more economical for us to get her and to have Jenna play her. Joanna is also lesbian/queer in the show, as many characters are, which, again, just scoring for woke points, which is another item Gaiman is tired of hearing complaints about. Quote, occasionally you get people shouting us for all these gay characters who weren't in the comics, and then we go, have you read the comics? And they go, no, and we go, they were gay in the comics. He said, yeah, I don't think you speak to that many people, bro. I'm pretty sure the only people watching Sandman are the people that have read the comic, but again, whatever you say. He added, quote, and they'd go, you're just woke and nobody's going to watch your horrible show, and then went number 1 in the world for 4 weeks, and then your show was forgotten about because obviously it wasn't good enough for people to actually care about. Because, number 1, 4 weeks on Netflix, which is inflated, by the way, because you could just watch the show for a few seconds and it counts as a view, but okay. And they went, it's all a bot, so we hate you, you're woke. Season 2 possibly drawing inspiration from the queer heavy volume, Seasons of Mist, and A Game of You has a high probability of leaning further into the alphabet community themes, which might be Gaiman's gambit. He doesn't take his detractors seriously and writes them off as right-wing crackpots because, again, you're a leftist who thinks everyone's a right-wing crackpot, when meanwhile they can be of all sorts of political views, and that's what you really care about because you're a weirdo and you're a crackhead in Hollywood. It's weird silliness, he says, assuming there are various prejudices. As he continued, these complainers don't like gays. They probably do. They don't like black people. You're assuming that. And they don't like women. Again, you're assuming that. Because they're all assumptions. They probably just don't like the garbage characters you have in your garbage show. He added, and if you look at their profiles, they don't like vaccines. No, they probably just don't like the coof jab. But of course, again, you're making assumptions because you're a Hollywood dumbass. And you're an elitist. And you're a narcissist. Clearly. They don't like Democrats. Well, they're shit. Republicans are shit too. And they're not big on voting because voting makes no sense. It's a shit thing to do. I've never voted in my entire life because I've realized it's all a scam anyway. Who gives a fuck? You might find out otherwise if viewers vote with their emotes, and the Sandman Season 2 has less success than the first. I guarantee you will have less success than the first, because if no one really cared much about Season 1 to talk about it, and it was forgotten about in 4 weeks of being number 1, because that's what you're really proud of, being number 1 on Netflix for 4 weeks, that's not really the own you think it is. It's not really the accomplishment you think it is. It's really not. Your show will probably get canceled after like 2 or 3 or maybe even 4 seasons, and probably gets less and less viewers as the seasons go on, because people will eventually realize, just like any other woke crap, get woke, go broke is a real thing, and your show will end up being woke, and you're gonna go broke, and then you're gonna be like, oh, we blame all the bots and the people who don't like the Koof jab and the ist and the phobes. It's like every other Hollywood elitist in this space will do with literally everything, because that's the only defense they have against their trash writing, their trash directing, and their overall trash shows. Because and that's just how it's gonna be, I guess, until you are inevitably replaced by independent films. So, thank you all for checking out this video. It's pretty quick. I wanted to make this really quick, just to get this out of the way, because I've done videos before on Neil Gaiman, and just wanted to give an update on him and he's still woke. He's still an idiot. He's still a Hollywood elitist. He's still a narcissist. Thank you all for checking it out. Hit like if you like. Comment below what you feel. Subscribe for more content. Hit the bell for notifications. And set it to all. That way you get new notifications every time I post a new video. And I'll see you all on the next one. Peace.